to my channel. My name is Shelby and today I'm going to be starting a weekend reading vlog. It is Friday, June 3rd, and this is kind of my last weekend of summer because I start my new job on Monday, which is really exciting. It's my first post-grad job and I'm really excited for it, but it did only mean I have about like 2 weeks of actual summer vacation. So this is kind of my last week before I enter the working world, and I kind of wanted to take it to do things that I really enjoyed and kind of reset from the school year before moving into post-grad job adulting life. This morning I already got up to go to Dunkin' Donuts because it is free donut day or National Donut Day, so with a drink you get a free donut. So as you guys already saw, I got my free donut for the morning, which was delicious. I got a toasted coconut one, and now I'm kind of ready to begin the weekend, and I have a lot of really fun stuff planned, like going to the Smithsonian, going to a bookstore, baking some of my favorite things, and just things to kind of, you know, get me into this calm headspace before training and, you know, job stuff next week. This is a reading vlog, so I do have 2 books I'd like to read over the weekend, but before we get into that, I would like to thank the sponsor of this video, Oodie. I was so excited when Oodie reached out to me to partner for this video because nothing screams comfy and cozy and relaxing than a wearable blanket. You've probably seen them all around social media, but the Oodie is a wearable blanket and it comes in so many awesome colors and patterns and sizes. It is essentially an oversized wearable blanket with a huge kangaroo pocket in the middle that you can store things in, including your book. On top of being extremely fashionable, it is also super soft and it's made with Sherpa fleece, but it is completely cruelty-free and vegan. As I said, the Oodie comes in so many awesome colors and styles. They have a whole Harry Potter collection you can look at, which I think is amazing. Personally, I decided to go with the Sloth Oodie, and they were kind enough to send me it, so I'm going to unbox it for you guys now. I don't have scissors, so I'm just gonna rip it. Oh my god, it's so soft. It's packaged really tightly, oh my goodness, but this is so soft. Oh my goodness, this is like feeling a freaking cloud right here. So you guys can see this is the Sloth Oodie and it looks so cozy. The inside is even more just like soft material. Oh my god. Uh-oh, I got lost. I got lost in the Oodie. This is what it looks like on. It is so comfy and cozy. I can totally just see myself spending the entire day in this thing. Oh my god, I feel like I have been absorbed by just like the softest material. So not only did Oodie send me one of their products, but they also gave me an amazing discount code to share with you guys. So if you use the code gracebooks35, you can get $35 off of your Oodie, which is such an amazing deal. They are the perfect gift. They are the perfect self-care gift to yourself. So be sure to snatch that up when you go on the website. Take off the automatic $30 off code and be sure to put my $35 off code into the website so you can get your Oodie at a discounted rate. I absolutely love mine. It is definitely my new favorite item to wear, and I just want to thank Oodie so much for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to use my code in the description box. Back to the vlog. As I was saying, I have 2 books that I really want to read this weekend. The first is one I am already about 50% of the way in, and that is Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. This is a young adult fantasy book, and I have been recommended this book so many times from people on Bookstagram or just from like my friends from like school. They all think I would love this book, and they are right. I am absolutely eating this book up. I was a little skeptical at first. The beginning is a lot at once, so they kind of just throw you into this whole new fantasy world and you kind of have to play catch up for a few chapters. But once you really get into the meat of the story, it is almost impossible to put down. I had trouble putting it down just to film this intro, but I love Dance of Thieves so far. It follows a girl named Cassie who is in this like elite military guard for her queen, and she is sent to this city of outlaws where she is supposed to find this person responsible for a lot of death in her kingdom. but what she ends up finding is the outlaw prince named Jace, and the two of them start to form a connection even though they both know that their worlds won't allow them to ever be together. So it's kind of a star-crossed lovers, enemies to lovers kind of deal, and I'm just absolutely eating it up. I'm on chapter 35, page 300. It is a pretty big book. I've been reading it like all week, and I'm really hoping to finish it over the next few days. The second book I want to get to this weekend is The Match by Sarah Adams. This is a contemporary enemies to lovers romance. It follows this woman who works at this dog rescue place that turns dogs into service animals, and she is currently helping a dad find a dog for his daughter who has seizures. But her and the dad aren't really getting along really well, and that kind of tension turns into something more. So this is also enemies to lovers. This is a pretty short romance, which is why I'm excited to kind of devour it this weekend. It just seems really cute, and my friend got me this for my birthday, so I'm really excited to finally read it. So I have a romance and I have a fantasy I want to get to this weekend because she has got range. The plan for today is to go read a little bit, and then I'm probably going to do my baking today. I have this really good like cake recipe I've been interested in making, so I'll probably do that after lunch, but for right now we're just gonna get to some reading. Since I last updated you guys. It is currently 5:30 p.m. and since my last update I did a lot of reading Dance of Thieves. I did some baking, as you guys saw in earlier clips, and I did a workout on our Peloton, so I had to take a shower. So I'm currently in my pajamas, aka my Oodie. I'm about 50 more pages into the book than I was this morning, and I don't know if it's just me or maybe I'm just reading it at a slower pace than normal, but I do feel like the plot itself has kind of stalled out at this point. At the beginning of the book, it seemed like it was moving really slow and it was really confusing, and then I kind of caught up and I got really invested in the story and the characters and the romance, but now it kind of feels like for the past few chapters nothing of note has happened, no progressions have been made in the story, and I understand that not every chapter has to reveal something new or move the plot forward, but I just feel like it's been a while since we've learned any new information about our characters or the journey that they are on. So as I get to like the 75% mark of the book, I'm kind of expecting there to be, I don't know, some kind of push that ups the stakes for the characters, that kind of lets us know that we are nearing the end of this particular adventure, however it may end. So I'm kind of hoping that it picks up a little bit. Tonight is going to be a very chill night in, so I thought I would do some reading and then maybe we could watch a movie, make some popcorn because I am a sucker for popcorn and movies. And yeah, we're just gonna have a really nice chill night in, so I'm excited to spend it with you guys.
Butterflies are floating like your red hair in the...
Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. I didn't end up watching a cozy movie last night. Instead, I watched The Boys on Amazon Prime. I don't know if any of you have watched that show. It's not cozy, it's more very graphic violence. I don't know if you've ever even heard about it. It's based on this comic book series, and it's about a world where superheroes exist, but they're all corrupt and evil. And I've been watching since season 1. I absolutely love the show, and the first 3 episodes of season 3 dropped yesterday. So when I saw that come up on Amazon, I kind of just abandoned my cozy movie night plans to instead watch the 3 episodes of the new series. This morning I already got up, got breakfast, got coffee, and since then I have just been reading Dance of Thieves. I'm at around the 80% mark now, and things have finally picked up. We're getting more action, we're getting more insight into the secrets that are buried in our characters' pasts, and we've reached this point of confrontation where the 2 main characters, Jace and Cassie, have to finally acknowledge that they have been on opposite sides all along. So it's hard to read. It's one of those things where it's like you love them so much and you don't want your favorite couple to fight, but there's about to be this huge epic showdown that I'm just like not prepared to read at all. Currently, I am really trying to fight the urge to throw the book across the room, because as much as I want to, I can't, and that doesn't change the fact that I am going to keep reading it and have to kind of get through the hard stuff that's hard to read, obviously. And you know, I just kind of have to power through it, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. So right now it is 10:30, and a little bit later today, after I get some reading done, I'm actually gonna go to the Smithsonian, to one of my favorite museums, which is the Portrait Gallery. I love having the Smithsonian so nearby, and I really need to utilize it more because it's only a few metro stops away, and over there is all this amazing free arts and culture. And I think I kind of took that for granted in middle school and high school, and then when I left Maryland for college, I was so surprised the first time I went to a museum and they asked me to pay, because I'm so used to having all of the Smithsonian here just to walk into. So something I'm really trying to do this summer is take advantage of the resources that are around me. So that's gonna start today. I'm gonna go to the Portrait Gallery. It's one of my favorite art museums here, and I'm really excited to go. My mom and I are gonna go together. So yeah, that's gonna be coming a little later, but for right now, we're gonna get to reading. So it is Sunday, and I completely forgot to update you guys after I got home from the museum yesterday. One, because it was so hot and I was absolutely exhausted after getting home, and 2, because I just forgot. But that doesn't mean I did not read yesterday. I actually finished Dance of Thieves, and I loved how it ended. I think when I last updated you guys, we were kind of at this confrontational moment in the book where both characters kind of have to face each other and face the secrets they've been keeping from each other, and kind of it was this moment that everything is out on the table, all the cards are displayed, and they are kind of able to see each other clearly with no lies for the first time since the beginning of the book. I hate those kinds of moments just because of my own social anxiety. I get like secondhand anxious for these characters, but I made it through. I was able to read the whole book without throwing it across the room, and I love how the book resolved itself in the end. I actually felt a little nervous going into it because I was so convinced there was going to be a big like cliffhanger, because this is a duology and there's another book, so I was like, there's going to be this huge cliffhanger at the end of the book. But then actually it wrapped up quite nicely. I think that maybe this was meant to be a standalone and then the author decided to make it not a standalone. I don't know, because there is a little epilogue that's a little creepy, but the main character's story is kind of tied up with a neat little bow at the end of this book and kind of the promise of something more. And now I want to go out and get the second book because I need to know what happens. I love these characters. I love Jace and Kaz and their complexities, and just them as people, and watching them grow through this book has been really, really fun. So I gave it 4.5 stars. I took off the 0.5 because while I did end up enjoying it, and most of my ratings are based on my personal enjoyment and love for a book, it did drag on in some points, as I talked about, so that did cost it a few points with me. But overall, really great fantasy book, really elaborate and detailed world that the author brought us into, and I'm excited to, hopefully when I get it, get the second book and read it. So now that we are done with the fantasy, we are going to go on to my contemporary romance pick of the weekend, The Match by Sarah Adams. If you've forgotten what this book is about, we follow Evie, who works at Southern Service Paws, helping to train service dogs for the people who need them, and she is tasked with helping this young girl find a dog to assist her with seizures, and she often finds herself butting heads with the girl's single dad, Jake. So this is about their story. Has amazing disability rep. It is really fun so far. I'm about 100 pages in and really enjoying Jake and Evie's story. This book, it goes really quickly, so not only is it just a short book in the amount of pages, but it's a really fast-paced book as well. I find the characters, like quickening of dialogue, really interesting and fun to read, and I'm just having an absolute blast reading it. It is Sunday, as I said, which means it is farmer's market day. If you have been following my channel for some time, you know that in the summer I am a huge farmer's market girl. I go every single Sunday to my local farmer's market, and I love talking with the vendors and meeting new people, so I'm gonna go do that today. I kind of want to get some fresh flowers and some food for the week, and I'm gonna bring my dog Rory with me, so it's gonna be really fun. We're gonna go to the farmer's market, get some reading done, and I will give you an update after that.
Nothing like your smile in the morning, following the linings on your cheeks. 'Cause baby, in your absence life is boring, so I'll never leave. It's easier to love when it's you by my side, shining through the cracks like the first morning light, feeling like a child through the days and the nights, living in your arms as years go by. It's easier to love, oh, oh, easier to love, oh, oh. There's nothing like the way that you adore me. I can feel love from miles away.
I swear to God, every time I update you guys, I seem to be in a different corner of my house, so that's kind of fun, you know, keeping it fresh. I just got back from the bookstore and did some reading, and I finished The Match by Sarah Adams. As I said, this book is only like 230 pages. It was a really quick read, but that doesn't mean it wasn't good. I actually found it quite enjoyable. This book, it's so sweet it could give you a cavity. It is just like such an adorable romance. Everything from the cute love story to the adorable animals to the disability rep to the single dad trope. It was all just really, really sweet. And because the book was short, they were able to move through it quickly, and you just kind of don't put it down because it's so fast and you just keep reading, and then all of a sudden the book was done, and I just found it very enjoyable. I gave it 4 stars. It wasn't exactly anything like huge for me, but it was a good romance and I enjoyed it. It was very cute. I kind of see this book as like a palette cleanser if you've been reading a lot of one genre or another, or if you've been reading like a lot of dark stuff. This is a really good thing to read in between. I feel like it kind of resets you so you can move on to your next book. So for instance, I've been reading a lot of fantasy and dark romance recently, so it was kind of nice to have this kind of fresh plate with this book that was just really nice and sweet and very simple. So it was really great in that regard. As mentioned previously, I did go to the bookstore and I did make a little dent because one of my big goals for 2022 was to not buy as many books, and I've been doing a great job so far. For the past 6-ish months, I have only bought 7 books, and if you know me, you'll know that's pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with myself personally. I've been really trying to utilize Kindle Unlimited and shopping my shelves for books I haven't read, but I did have a gift card today and I have a membership and there was a sale going on. So I actually got 5 books for only $25, which I think is a pretty good steal. So I'm gonna share with you guys the books that I got. I'm really excited about these. I only got romance, I think. Yeah, I got 5 romance books because, you know, it's that kind of summer. The first romance book I got was Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. This one has been recommended to me endlessly on my Bookstagram, so I'm really excited to pick it up. I don't know what it's about, but it just looked really pretty and cute, and I like Christina Lauren, so I picked it up. The next book I got was It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I have read one book by Tessa Bailey. I read Fix Her Up and I hated it, and it kind of turned me off her for a while, and then I kept seeing everyone being like, oh, I love Tessa Bailey, oh, I love her books, love, 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 and I was like, are we reading different books here? Like I really did not like Fix Her Up, but an overwhelming majority of people have told me I would like this one, that it's kind of like Schitt's Creek almost. You have the spoiled rich girl like who knows all the trends and dresses fancy going to a small town and meeting a small town guy. So I am willing to try again. Fix Her Up I think was Tessa Bailey's like first book, or it was one of her first books, so maybe now that she's written some more I will identify more with her writing, I'm hoping. I don't know, but I've heard good things. I've heard it's a little steamy, which I love. So yeah, I'm gonna try Tessa Bailey again. The next book I got was Meet Cute Diary by Emery Lee. I got this to read for Pride Month. It features a main character who is trans, and he apparently has this diary online where he shares other people's meet cutes, but he's never actually had one of his own. So he, I think, enlists the help to create like a fake relationship, and as all fake relationships go, it develops into something more. And I've had my eye on this book for a little bit, for like a year now, and I finally got it because it's finally in paperback. So I'm really excited to read it. It looks absolutely adorable, and I'm really excited to have more books with queer representation on my reading list. The next book is an anticipated read of 2022 for me. It came out in January, but I wasn't able to get a copy until now, mostly because I hadn't seen it in any of the Barnes & Nobles at school, but I found it in the one here, and that is Love at First Spite by Anna E. Collins. This is about a girl who buys the house next to her ex-fiance for some crazy reason, and then ends up having an enemies to lovers thing with the architect or contractor who's going to work on her house. It's something like that. I'm not quite sure. I haven't checked the description in a while, but it looks really good. It looks like such a cute, quick enemies to lovers read, which I am all for. And I'm excited to check this off my anticipated reads for the year list, because I have a huge list with all the books that come out this year that I want to read. So excited that I finally get the chance to read this one. The final book I got at Barnes & Noble is a spicy one, and I did not know they had this spicy stuff at Barnes & Noble. I feel like it's new that they have authors who were independently published on like Amazon or Kindle Unlimited in Barnes & Noble now. I feel like that's a new thing because I've never seen some of these authors featured at an actual bookstore, only on my Kindle or on like my ebook reader. So the book I got was Oaths and Omissions by Sav R. Miller. This is the 3rd book in her Monsters and Muses series. I've already read the first 2 and I loved them. Definitely a series you need to read the trigger warnings before reading each book, because they are dark romance, but this one's about Helen of Troy. It's like a dark interpretation of the story, so I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, let's see. I gave you guys the wrap up of my book. I showed you guys the books I got in Barnes & Noble, and it's Sunday, so I think that's it for this vlog. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me this weekend to kind of spend my last weekend of summer with me and doing some of my favorite activities. I absolutely loved taking you guys along, and I hope you guys had fun watching as well. That's all I have to say, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Hit the notification bell to get updates on when I post. I post every single week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, you guys!